Okay, let us continue. Oh, I didn't say no. I meant to say yes. Right, we gotta break her. Let's break her. Get broken, lady. I know everything about you. Motive for murder. Why was Juan Corrida murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. You are the reason. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. On Guard's life in danger by your actions? Does she care about that? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corrida. You were not that close? That's right, I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You are not good at being intimate with another person? Somehow, I highly doubt that. Yeah, look at this magazine clipping. You and Mr. Corrida had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story. As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on her good side. Yeah, because she's a murderer. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see, however, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me, need to get close to Mr. Corrida, as if there was ever such a need. Didn't you get close to Mr. Corrida for this person's sake? Celeste Impact? Celeste Impacts, your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? Broken. Miss Impacts. She committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why she's cracking. Right before her death, she was Juan Corrida's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Corrida so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a smiley muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. Incredible. Miss Andrews? There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. Really? It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved, obviously, because her note was never found. Was her suicide note hidden? Mrs. Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? Oh. It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Corrida. Hey, Juan? And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. Yep. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Corrida. Oh, there goes another. I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. Nope, you tend to commit suicide, lady. That's the impression you like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impact was someone very special to you. You tried to commit suicide. Miss Andrews, you You nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life. Oh, got her. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on. That you were dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Just stop! Oh, there goes another. One last lock. When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Corrida of hiding Miss Impax's note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was, why was the victim killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with a reason to want Mr. Corrida dead. Me? Miss Impax was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder? Oh, that broke her completely. Unlock successful. She has been unlocked. Motive for murder. It's true. I am a woman who can only live in insecurity. I am physically small and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews. This one thing, it's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? If you did kill someone, then yes. Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. And that someone was Juan Corrida. Celeste, without her, I became scared. Everything, everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Corrida to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. So you say. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide. I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Okay, we'll try. Miss Andrews, if if people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. All right, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the overthinking type. Or she doesn't want me to use the evidence in court, but I will. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first. Thank you for your discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. Yeah. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. The shell one. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Is it the suicide note? Huh? This? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. That's bad. What is it? It looks like a seashell. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. Her not remembering something clearly sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Yeah. Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. Ungard in your capable hand. Gone. Okay. What the hell do I talk to now? About March 21, Gatewater Hotel, hallway. Well, I think we've gathered about all we can. But what about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Oh, Pearls, she looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all and has been walking all over the place with me today. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? Oh, no. I'm okay, really. I'm fine. I really am. I don't think so. You don't look fine to me. Before I go, I have a little bit more things to do. What's up? Compared to the flowers on the other side of the hall, these are much more gorgeous. Let's see. Record companies, fan clubs, company workers, family. Carrying all these flowers home would be hard, I think. Well, that's it. I can understand flowers in front of the dressing rooms. But what are stuffed bears doing here? Could it be that there's an action star with a soft spot for teddy bears? Nah, can't be. Well, there is. Inside his room is filled with teddy bears. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Juan Corrida's room. Juan Corrida. His name just sounds like a star's name. I've heard it before, but I don't know anything about him at all. Well, we do now, but did not before. Anything going on in here in Corrida's room? I doubt it. Check it out. You got like a shit ton of teddy bears, though. Like, like a lot of teddy bears. Nothing is wet. Damn true. Okay, nothing new here. Go back out. We can go over to Viola Hall. To examine, we can continue. We can talk to him, see if there's anything new there. Anything new to show him? I doubt it. Alright. Peace, buddy. Continue to talk. They did a good job with the music, gotta say. Criminal Affairs Department. March 21, Police Station Criminal Affairs Department. There's no one here. Everyone's gone. I wonder if the three of them went to eat together. Probably not. I don't think they'd ever do that. They're probably in yet another meeting. A lot more sense to me. They're in another meeting. Anything new going on with you? Yep. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Can't dig through the cereal box. Can't dig for the prize. We'll lose sight of the target and ruin the cereal. What? He must be doing image training for a stakeout. Great. Trying to find a prize in the cereal box. Detention center. Nothing new to talk about. Showed him the stuff. Tabloid. What do you think about this article? He was very careless. Okay, he knew about it. Miles Edgeworth, member of your fan club. Celeste Impacts. Oh? What's wrong? How much do you know? But what do you mean, how much? Mr. Lawyer, I may be your client, but I hope you will keep yourself out of my personal life. What the hell? Ah, no, I would never. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lunch appointment I have to keep. You're in jail. You're in detention. Who in the world are you going to eat with? The security guard? Mr. Nick? This Celeste Impacts lady. Somehow I get the feeling she is a very important person in all this. He's just gone. Okay. Yeah. Now that is weird. March 21, Write and Go Law Office. His personal. He was his girlfriend or something? Interesting. So, what now? Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive. You mean Miss Impacts' suicide note? That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. What's up? Ah, Mr. Nick, the transceiver. Beep. Hello, Wright and Co. Law Offices. Mr. Attorney, you are not answering a phone. Maya, where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Phew. Which is why I suppose she is absolutely famished. But what? So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. Wouldn't you agree? He wants me to throw Andrew under the bus. Wait, Maya, let me hear her. Very well. Ask my... Maya, is that you? Sis, ask my sis. Beep. Maya, damn it, he cut me off. Right, because she can commune with her sister, tell her information, then Pearls can commune with her sister. Mystic Maya said, ask my sis, didn't she? Did. What does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. Hi. You're a hopeless one. So sorry. Ah! Yep, as expected. Mia! I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want about her. Start by examining. Or we will not. What's going on with Maya is the most important thing right now. I should talk with Mia. Okay. Nothing here. Hey, look at my attorney's badge. Sorry, but I don't have time to answer your questions. Yeah, and we should be worrying about Maya right now. I'll just quickly go through the list. Just in case, you never know. And, okay. Maya? No, it's Maya! Just making sure she has nothing to say about nothing else. Okay, Edgeworth's back. No? Okay. Let's talk. Maya situation. How's Maya? She's safe for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe, but Mia, how did you... As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper. The kidnapper, what's he like? I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And she didn't see the face of her attacker. Arg! Maya is locked up in a very dark place right now. That doesn't tell me anything. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her. Date unknown, time unknown, location unknown. Good. It's a wine cellar. Nah, I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. Incredible. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. If we have a door. Brat, it's locked. But this door's lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click, they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use. That is if the... well, there is one right there, but that is if it goes up, right? If it slides up, then maybe. The lock might just go into the side of the door frame, in which case what are you gonna do? There's all sorts of things piled up here. But it's too dark to see. I mean, there's boxes and wine stuff. Wine. What's this? It feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty. Getting drunk is a good idea, but... Huh? Someone dropped a card here. Oh, it was the damn... This is this card then. This is the butler's card. Kinda looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. Maybe a hired killer? It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. Ah, that's it. This shell card. If I use this, maybe I can get out of the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I am such a genius. Great. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. Click. Oh, I did it. Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting or worried. I just left. She just walked out. Horrible kidnapper. worst kidnapper in the world. Just walk out. March 22, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Adrian did it? That's what it looks like. Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence? I am certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I am refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. Well, there's going to be a scandal because you're in freaking jail for a day. And now you're in court, I understand, for murder. Well, it's almost time. Oh, hey. Mia. We must get a complete acquittal today. I know. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. He's calling me again. It's him. Beep. This is Wright. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Oh. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. She escaped, buddy. Give me a second. Okay. Winning today's trial. For my sake as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Where is Maya anyway? Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give me? You will figure it out once the trial starts, and even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please. It could be, it's probably not Adrian doing all this. Wait. Beep. The kidnapper sent me a present, probably the camera, bro. Mr. Lawyer dude, who was that? Ah. No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? Come on, Pinocchio jokes. I just played Lies of P. March 22, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. There is no opposition. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor. There is no one. I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor, bailiff. Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor. Prosecutor Von Karma has she died? Oh my god, this morning Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman. What? Okay, the pretty kidnapper shot her. Her shot? Somehow. Yeah. I think this is the present that man was talking about. His present. Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage. This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer. He's alive and in stable condition. Hello, Edgeworth. That's good. Phew. Oh, you are. I thought you'd show up. Your Honor. Due to the circumstances, Miss Franziska von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready, naturally. Okay, great. I expected he would come. Hello. Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery, like her father. Was her father also shot but never underwent surgery? The bullet was in his hand. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt on guard. The court acknowledges the prosecution. Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. Oh. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Oh. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Alright, Gumshoe. Hello. Aren't you fired? Witness, your name and occupation. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I am a detective down at the precinct. For now. Oh, he's not fired yet. For now. After this trial's over, I am supposed to turn in my badge, sir. Detective Gumshoe? God damn it. The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight. Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. Witness testimony. Bare facts of the case. Give me a second. Okay, the bare facts. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. Interesting. Great. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room? Yes, sir. Both the victim and defendant went alone to their rooms, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright. Cross-examination. Bare facts of the case. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony, sir. Impressive. Could you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Okay, pal, the ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m. Then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later, so at 8:30. And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Okay, so we got a firm timeline. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his hotel room. Tell us more. The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct? Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She is the defendant, Matt Unguard's manager. She is a really pretty lady, sir. Wow, okay, great. Ah, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence. Come on, dude. When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. Unguard. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. Really? I see, and that's when she found the victim's body. Why did she go there? She was not his manager. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. The cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Corrida was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Great. Take a good, hard look at the crime photo. Now, a real pro's attention would be drawn here to the bandana. Oh, he was choked. Bandana. Banana, great. His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. Ah. Yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana. Great. Then what about the knife? Seems to have been struck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. Autopsy report added to the court record. Time of death 8:15 p.m. Cause strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. Okay. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. Hold it. And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. Great. The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? Great. We thought of that too, but the only fingerprints on the guitar's case were the victims. Only the victims, huh? I see. So much for my theory then. Great. Guitar case updated in the court record. Empty. There is some water but only on the top of the lid. Bears Corrida's fingerprints. Okay. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. Present. What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Well then, where was it? The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Corrida, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. So that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel. Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. I doubt that, but let's see. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt Unguard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. Very well. Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. He doesn't want to, but he has to. By arrest on guard. I mean, he wants to save Maya too, but you know. Matt on guard and Juan Corrida were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's a Jammin Ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Mr. On Guard's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. Premeditated. So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. Okay, so easy enough. Adrian Andrews and they had lunch, dinner, whatever the hell they had. Then she took his knife and went over to the room to kill him. He was already dead. She just stabbed him once. Probably. Knife added to the court record. Knife bears the victim's blood and on guard's fingerprints. In the grip, gate water is engraved. And there's this button. That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And is this button also covered in blood? Yes, and we know that the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir. What? Jammin Ninja's button added to the court record was ripped from his costume, is covered in Corrida's blood, found in Anguard's hakama. Jammin Ninja button. All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right? No. I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you'd like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. Grr. I'll ask all my pointless questions, bro. Cross-examination, why arrest on guard? Cause it works. I usually find a hole. Matt on guard and Juan Corrida were huge rivals with each other. Press on that point. But in terms of popularity, Mr. On Guard won, did he not? Yeah. But you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Corrida was always one step behind Mr. On Guard in everything. This year it seemed like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. But Mr. Corrida lost the Grand Prix in the end. That is too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing. No comment. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. Press. Wait just 1 second here. Mr. On Guard was beating Mr. Corrida in the popularity polls. Well, yeah, I guess, but... Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all. Yes, I quite agree. Well, detective? It's not... well... I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive. Objection! He objects, obviously. Detective, I am beginning to see why you were fired. Eh? No, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. That's... I look forward to your pension negotiations, incredible. No! Great. Now, detective, let's continue with the testimony. Sniffle. No, not my poor pension too. Great. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir. What about what I was saying? Hello, anyone? Nobody cares. As for evidence, there's a jam in Ninja's button. Noted. Do you have any proof that the button belonged to the victim? Huh? What do you mean, pal? Oh, let me put it this way. I'm asking if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off the Jammin' Ninja's costume. Huh? But can't you tell just by looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it. Good. Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward. Mr. Hedgeworth, help me, sir. Alright, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in. No, come on. The button is missing in the photo. Thread. Huh? The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's the perfect match. Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal. Irk. That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat. It was ripped off of the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Unguard's hakama. When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Corrida. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button. So it was almost immediately after the murder. The police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people. Come on, man. Hey, what is he trying to say about me here? The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. Okay. How are the fingerprints arranged on the knife? Huh? What do you mean, pal? By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand? Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that. Great. I can't believe the bumbling of this department. Hopeless. Were you paying attention to the testimony, right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There is no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. So is the defendant the owner of this knife then? The defendant brought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated or premeditated. It's mediate, but it's mediated, premeditated. I don't know, man. Which makes this a premeditated murder. I hate that word. Oh, I pressed enter. A button covered in the victim's blood and a knife with on-guard's fingerprints. Be grateful. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gavel in closing. We are still in a world of trouble. Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So let's find the weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be. Okay, Phoenix? Yeah, I'm doing it. Hold it there. There is no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife. Sorry, pal. This isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either. Ah, well, this is not good. If the prosecution can prove it was a premeditated murder, we are done for. Phoenix. Yes? There's something very interesting about what the detective said just now. Think carefully before it's too late. A button covered in the victim's blood, knife with unguarded fingerprints. Brought the knife for the crime, which means it's a premeditated murder. Well, no, the knife belonged to. Try something. It's the Gatewater's knife, right? It belongs to the Gatewater Hotel. Wait a second. What? So the basis of your argument that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client brought a knife beforehand? That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife, obviously. Huh? Take a good look at the handle of this knife and you will see what I'm talking about. Huh? It has a Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater? I think I've heard that name somewhere before. The hotel knife. That's the name of the hotel, the Gatewater Hotel. Uh-oh. Great. The murderer knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Got you there. Yes, that is very true. This is a very big... Hehehe. But what is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? No. I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. Great. But I didn't. Oh, whimper. Currently on the police force? Come on, man. The question is, where did this knife come from? Why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Corrida's room. No, it came from the other room, probably. But that doesn't really matter. Right? Okay, give me a second.